Good morning, friends. Good morning, nations. Good morning, House of CCI. Hey, it's really great to be with you this morning and share with you. We've been talking about three phrases: Egypt, desert, promised land, and things that relate to those because all the Christian life can be summed up in those three phrases. We were talking a little bit about Moses and one of the important lessons that he learned, and that was what? That obedience will take you further than your understanding will ever take you. Boy, if there ever was a true statement, that was a true statement. But as Moses goes now, since he's been called by God, since he's had this special moment, since he's understood what's going on, as he's understood the power of obedience, so as Moses goes back to Egypt, a series of events begin to happen. Now, these are often called judgments, and they certainly were. But one of the things that the book of Psalms brings out is that these judgments were against the gods of Egypt. So just all of a sudden think of this society, this most civilized world that they had at that particular time in history, and each one of the major things that they had put their confidence in, something happens that was one of these judgments and literally brings it to the ground. For example, today you could say that everybody's trusting in the stock market. Then all of a sudden, boom, the stock market goes down. Everybody's trusting in savings. Boom, the savings fail. Everybody's trusting in banks. Banks go down. Everybody's trusting in commodities. Commodities go down. That's all it is. And so that is literally what is happening as these judgments are coming on to Egypt, or in all the things that the people have put their trust. Something happens where the things that they've had their greatest trust in, the things that they've had their greatest hope in, the things that they always thought would pull them out of the problem, the situation, have failed. Now, you're living in a time that is very similar to that right now. The things that people have trusted in, whether it be governments, world governments, forums, stock market, anything that you could put your trust in, just like it says in the book of Hebrews, everything that can be shaken will be shaken. And just let me add, and that's not the end. What is the end? The end is that the things that cannot be shaken will be established. And so that is what is going on in the book of Exodus as Moses is facing these things. So what's some of the conclusions that you and I can make? Well, obviously, we want to trust in the Lord our God. And Israel watched these things, and they became very important lessons. And then what they begin to see is that there was a group of things that could not be shaken. There was a group of truths, God himself, that would not fall away. And so these were some of the things that they were learning and seeing. And this was one of the incredible lessons to the nation of Egypt as these judgments were happening. And the Bible says this: God judged their gods. The things that they had trusted in, the things that were their great deliverers, judgment came upon them. So all of a sudden now what happens? Israel, the people of God, and Egypt as a nation are very open now to some possibilities that they would have never considered before. I hope you're open for possibilities that you've never considered before, and just making kind of a conclusion thought. Often in individuals and often always in societies, the things that we've trusted, the things that we've put our greatest confidence in, fail. And as they fail, we begin to see that there are some things that cannot and will never be shaken. Hey, we're coming out of Egypt, and we're going into the promised land. I really love being with you like this every morning. And we have some classes, a little school we call the CCI University.org. And I'm teaching specifically these kind of truths that are coming out of the Pauline revelation. It's changing everything and everybody. We would love to have you with us in that school. Check us out. The phone number's here at the office, and we're always there to help you. Bless you.